These are the 5 signs that an avoidant is hiding deep feelings for you. But here's the thing. You've watched this video before, so I want to do something unique. I want to make a rule that makes me making this video 10 times more difficult. Any sign that I talk about today must require success story proof. So what constitutes proof? Well, it has to come from the mouth of an actual avoidant, or it has to come from the mouth of someone who succeeded in getting an avoidant back. All right, let's start with sign number 1, indirect acceptance and vulnerability. This is Regina. On March 15th, 2023, I had the pleasure of interviewing her after she had successfully won her, by her own words, dismissive avoidant ex back. Here's what she had to say.
I let go of the end picture. For me, I don't want to get married. I already have children that are grown, and I'm not looking for that part of my life to be fulfilled again either. So as far as the end goal for me, it was basically just, are we going to be able to rebuild a solid foundation for when all that's gone? When there's no more kids and when we're just looking at retirement and we're alone all the time. Is that going to be enough? Will we care enough about each other? Once I let go of all the other pressure of moving in together, or I need a baby daddy, and he realized it also, that's really kind of the turning point for us, when we were okay, so we can just define our own relationship and then build what this looks like, and not really care about what the outside world or our families are like. Why aren't you getting married and moving in?
So it goes without saying that avoidants generally don't like talking about their emotions. In fact, they'll avoid it like the plague. Yet a subtle sign that an avoidant may be holding deep feelings for you is when they allow themselves to be part of a relationship dynamic that strips away traditional expectations. I mean, what were Regina's exact words?
So we can just define our own relationship and then build what this looks like, and not really care about what the outside world or our families are like. Why aren't you getting married and moving in?
So basically, by accepting a relationship that doesn't follow conventional rules like not moving in together or getting married, the dismissive avoidant is indicating indirectly that they feel secure enough in the connection to invest emotionally on their own terms. Their willingness to stay and build a foundation for the future without feeling pressured is a sign of deeper feelings being at play, especially since they typically shy away from long-term emotional investments. And just a little side note before we move on to sign number 2, you're going to notice a recurring theme throughout this entire video. A lot of the people that I interviewed kept saying the same things over and over and over again, but I'm not going to tell you what that is because I actually want to see if you can figure it out for yourself. All right, let's move on to sign number 2, an emotional pull after personal growth. This is Stacia. I had the pleasure of interviewing her on April 18th of 2023 after her ex ghosted her completely. Oh, and when I say ghosted, I mean not the fake air quotes ghosted. I mean he straight up ghosted her out of the blue with no explanation for 2 months. But it's actually this little excerpt from our interview that I'd like to highlight.
And when you become that better person that you are, they're just addicted to it. They can smell it and they come back around. And I feel like, just personally, for my situation, if I tried to manipulate him, he would catch on to it, and then it would go right back into the same cycle, and it never changed. He couldn't see, the change, and I didn't see the change because I was being manipulative to get what I wanted. So I feel very much like that's what made or broke my situation.
All right, so what is she insinuating here? Well, according to her experience, a dismissive avoidant who has deep feelings but is hiding them may be drawn back to someone when they witness genuine personal growth. Unlike attempts to manipulate or force a reunion, true self-improvement acts as a powerful, almost magnetic-like force. Avoidants who are typically wary of emotional dependence may feel safer re-engaging with someone who demonstrates self-sufficiency and inner strength. Notice how Stacy describes that after she worked on herself and stopped trying to manipulate her ex back, he was naturally drawn to her. Now, what this suggests to me is that dismissive avoidants can recognize and are attracted to personal growth, which may signal their deeper emotional attachment when they return without manipulation or pressure. But let's move on to sign number 3, monitoring your social media activity. This is Kelsey. I interviewed her after she reunited with her ex in April 2023. And she had a pretty tough situation. Basically, her ex gave her the whole, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. But it was what she said in my interview with her that really struck a chord.
And he would remember little details too. Like, I remember you went to this park. And so I was really amazed, and I was like, oh, wow, he actually pays attention to my stories.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was really great to know.
So, what is Kelsey saying here? Well, even though avoidants often seem emotionally detached, they may secretly keep tabs on you through indirect means like watching your social media posts. In Kelsey's case, her ex admitted to watching her stories and remembering small details, even though he avoided her in person. Now, this hidden behavior reveals that dismissive avoidance can remain emotionally invested without showing it openly, using online activity as a safe distance to stay connected without appearing vulnerable. All right. Let's move on to sign number 4, engaging after you truly let go. Meet Tita. I interviewed her back in March 8th of 2023. Her case was interesting. She lets go of her ex, and then not only did he come back, but then like dominoes, all the other ones started coming back as well. Listen to this.